you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with another TNINews video. Now, we've got a lot to cover today. A lot of news has come out in just the last day or so, but real quick before I get into that, I just want to once again remind you guys about the contest that I'm having right here on YouTube, where I'm giving away $100 store credit to Big Bad Toy Store. Now, I talked about this 3 videos ago actually, because I did a review yesterday, and if you haven't checked that out, please do. I reviewed the new Masters of the Universe WWE Mashup figures, the third wave from Mattel. I talked about those in a previous video. But also with this contest, you know, the full details are in that video that I did last week. So I will put a link to that. If you haven't checked it out, please do. It's pretty easy. You just got to watch the videos and make a comment. And like I said, I will put a link to that. And then, of course, we're also doing the contest on both Marvelous News and Toy News International. So those are 2 additional chances for you to win, be able to win $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. Okay, so let's get into the news today, and let's start off on the NECA toy front. So I've once again got an update on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from NECA. So first of all, with the Target exclusive wave, the animated series figures, the third wave, which was originally said was going to be out this month in June, looks like it's going to be delayed a little bit. I don't have an exact release date. I'm assuming it's going to be sometime in July now, maybe mid-July. What they said was they're going to be a little delayed, but they didn't give any indication of when we would actually start to see them. Now, the other figure that was slated for release at Target for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles this month in June was the deluxe Metalhead figure. And for the most part, that figure is still on par. It may be a little bit late. Looks like maybe because being held up in customs, the figure isn't going to actually start hitting shelves until the first week of July. So, but for the most part, you know, end of June, early July, you know, that one is on tap to be out very soon. But as far as the Wave 3 figures, I'm guessing probably going to be more like mid-July before we start seeing them, but I don't know that entirely sure. But what I do know is we're not going to see them hit shelves here in this month. Now, switching to the Walmart exclusive movie stuff, it looks like the first set, which is the Raphael and Casey Jones 2-pack, is going to start dropping very soon. NECA has made indications that we could start seeing it, I believe, listed online as early as tomorrow, which would be June 25th. I've also heard some reports of some folks who've chimed in who say they work at Walmart and they check the Walmart system. And indications are that Walmart stores, at least starting out, are just getting 2 sets of these 2-packs. So, again, and this is just based on preliminary reports from a few folks who chimed in who worked at Walmart. If you work at Walmart and you have additional information, please feel free to chime in the comment section. But right now, it looks like maybe the initial release of these is not going to be as great a number as I was hoping. If stores only get 2 a piece, they're going to sell out instantly. The good news is, though, I definitely feel that NECA will be getting more of these out to shelves, so this is just the initial shipment that's coming in, and then as time goes on, we'll start to see them in greater numbers. So, in other words, if you don't find them the first week that they're out, don't panic. You're likely going to get more of a chance to get them as more time goes on. And then finally, on the Predator front from NECA, they released some high-res images for their latest Predator 2 Lost Tribe figures. So we're getting good looks at their Guardian and Stalker figures. These are 7-inch scale Ultimate figures. These figures are available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. You know, the plan is they're going to be doing all the Lost Tribe members, the Predators that showed up at the end of Predator 2 in celebration of that movie. These 2 figures are slated for release in October. Mattel revealed another San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, this time for their Jurassic Park line. And this is a 3 3/4 inch version of the Nedry, or as I like to call him, Nerdy. And yes, when I talked about the 6-inch version, I deliberately called him Nerdy. That's what I've always called him since I first saw him in the original movie, because he's just so nerdy and nerdy, you know, it's so close. But anyway, they're doing a 3 3/4 inch version of the figure, which is going to be a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, which means this year, because there is no Comic-Con, you exclusively have to buy it at Entertainment Earth. It looks like that's where all the Mattel exclusives are being made available. Now, I talked about the Mr. T figure they're doing for the WWE Elite line last time in my last news video, and that figure did quickly sell out on Entertainment Earth, but I have done some checking, and I've been told that there will be a second opportunity to get that figure, probably all these exclusives. I haven't actually, this Nedry figure should be available for pre-order now on the Entertainment Earth website, but I haven't checked it recently since it went live to see if it's sold out or not. But definitely with the Mr. T, and I'm guessing with all these Mattel exclusives, there will be a second opportunity to get your hands on them, and those details on how you'll be able to do that will be coming very soon. So if you missed out on the first offering of Mr. T, don't worry, you are going to get another chance at it. Now, the Nedry figure is going to cost $20 and comes with this shaving cream type packaging, which is pretty cool. And it actually, when you push the top of the can, it actually says some phrases. You know, you actually hear his voice, and he says some of his classic lines from the movie, which is kind of cool. You get some accessories with this. You know, I actually think this looks better than the 6-inch version that they're doing for the Amber collection. He's wearing his Hawaiian shirt, and he's got his bag, and he's got the piece of pie and a little mini shaving can as well. So if you've been collecting the other 3 3/4 inch Jurassic Park figures that Mattel's been doing, I think this is one you're definitely going to want to pick up. Okay, and then let's talk a little Transformers here. So, as I mentioned in the last news video, this coming Friday, Hasbro is going to be doing one of their fan channel presentations where they get people from the brand teams from each property, and they live stream, and they show off new product, and they do some Q&A and things like that. Pictures get released, details and stuff. So this coming Friday is going to be, they're doing a double header where they're going to be doing one for Transformers and one for G.I. Joe. Now, Hasbro has said that they're going to be revealing 6 different Transformer figures at this event. And then I haven't heard anything specifically on G.I. Joe. I'm assuming G.I. Joe is going to be the second wave of classified figures they're going to reveal, because I've been told that those are going to be going up for pre-order at the end of the month. So, you know, they're going to announce them before they actually put them up for pre-order. My guess is they'll announce them on Friday, and then they'll go up for pre-order probably later that day at most major e-tailers. Now, they might also shed some light on that light blue Cobra Commander and how that's actually going to be released. You know, I talked about that whole debacle a couple weeks or the other week. So, you know, we might get some more details on that. Maybe they'll talk about the retro line, the 3 3/4 inch retro line that's rumored to be a Walmart exclusive here in the United States. There's also been some new listings, some rumored listings that have shown up in the Target system for classified stuff. So names like Major Blood and a few other pretty cool ones have been dropped, and a motorcycle set. I haven't done a lot of verification on those. They're not showing up on the actual Target website yet. So I'm going to hold off on talking about those anymore until I get some more details. And I doubt they're going to reveal those this coming weekend. Maybe they will, maybe they'll surprise us, but I doubt it. But when I get more specifics on this Target stuff, possibly a third wave of classified and such, I will talk about it in a later video. Now, for Transformers, we got some reveals today. So these originally came via IGN, and it is a new Transformers, what they're calling Red Line, which is essentially they are doing Marvel Legend versions of Transformers. These are 6-inch figures, and they do not transform. They are, they're just, you get them in their robot modes. So they do have articulation and everything. They're based on their G1 counterparts. They're showing off Optimus Prime and Megatron, and they'll have some accessories and stuff. But that's what this is essentially. It's essentially a Marvel Legends version of, a Transformer line, like they've done with Star Wars with Black Series, like they've done with Power Rangers and Lightning Collection, like they've done with the Ghostbusters, like they've pretty much been doing with every one of their brands. They're now doing it with Transformers. Now, I personally don't think this is that great of an idea, and my reasoning for that is, I have listened to a lot of Transformer fans over the years. Whenever something, a Transformer gets released that doesn't transform, they're like, what the hell? What is a Transformer without transforming? Now, for me personally, I don't have a huge problem with that aspect of it, because I don't, really, I have like a case of MP transformers over here, and they usually just sit there in their robot modes. I don't transform them in their vehicle modes. So very often it's complicated, takes time, kind of a pain in the butt. So it's just not, it's not like the old days with the original G1 toys where you could transform them in seconds. So I personally don't transform my transformers very often. However, I do feel like that, the fact they don't transform, though, I think is going to turn off a lot of actual diehard Transformer fans. Not saying all Transformer fans, but just saying a number of them. But then you might say, well, this is really meant more to appeal to the Marvel Legend collector. The collector collects 6-inch Marvel Legends and 6-inch G.I. Joe Classified and 6-inch Star Wars Black Series. But my thing with that is, whenever we see a line that isn't in scale with Marvel Legends, Marvel Legend collectors generally complain. Take McFarlane and the DC stuff. How many people were bent out of shape because they ended up being 7-inch scale figures. Well, the thing with these Transformers, while technically they're 6-inch figures, same size as a Marvel Legend figure, a Transformer or Megatron should not be the same size as Captain America. Megatron should be much bigger than Captain America. So even though technically they're 6-inch scale, they're still going to look kind of funny if you're planning on putting them on the same shelf with your Marvel Legends or what have you. They're going to look funny. G.I. Joe Classified, they're going to look funny. So I don't see the appeal there. There are plenty of mid-range. These are going to cost around $20 each, just like a Marvel Legend. And there are plenty of decent Transformer figures in that price range. Yes, they transform, so they have the kibble, as they say, that goes along with it. But you don't have to transform them. And the Earthrise Megatron looks pretty much like the G1 counterpart. So I just feel like I just don't see much of a market for this. Now, I know some of you are probably going to chime in and say you're going to get these, and that's great. If you like these and you're going to get them, more power to you. But for me, I'm only speaking for myself, but for me, even though I am a Transformer fan, I have plenty of decent looking G1 versions of Megatron and Optimus Prime. I don't need to buy a non-transforming one that's really not going to be in scale with other 6-inch figures. So I don't know. That's just my opinion on it, but they are doing that. They're launching a 6-inch line for Transformers, and like I said, I'm guessing meant to appeal to the Marvel Legend type collector. Now, in other Transformer news, Hasbro also teased that it looks like they're going to be doing a mashup figure, another mashup figure for Transformers, and this time it's going to be a mashup between Transformers and Back to the Future. Best guess would be a transforming DeLorean, being they have it in this teaser image. They have a picture of the DeLorean, and what else would you make a Transformer of than the DeLorean if you're doing a Back to the Future mashup line? So I would suspect probably that's something that's going to be revealed this coming Friday. I don't know if this will be released as a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive or we'll see a general release. You may recall last year they did the Ecto-1 Transformer, and then we saw indications earlier this year, the other month, that they are likely going to be doing some type of Top Gun Transformer mashup as well. So, this seems to just be kind of a continuation of that. And like I said, I would expect this is something they're going to reveal this coming Friday. And real quick, just as I was filming this video, we got another tease for what looks like another Transformer mashup. Now, this one we will treat as rumor because this teaser image didn't come directly from Hasbro. It comes from a used Hobbyland. So, again, not 100% confirmed, but if this is a legit tease, it looks like Hasbro's also, besides doing the DeLorean for Back to the Future, is going to be doing something for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now, to me, the big question is, what exactly would they be doing for Turtles that's Transformer related? Would it be like a big giant transforming turtle, or would it be something along the lines of a vehicle like a transforming party wagon? I would rather see something like, the party wagon that can transform into a robot, but we'll have to wait and see. So again, this is rumor. This one is rumor. The Back to the Future one was actually teased by Hasbro, so that one is definitely coming. But this one we'll have to wait and see. Jumping back to G.I. Joe, something that Hasbro did announce today is it looks like G.I. Joe is going to be getting the high-end role-play treatment that we've seen them do with other lines. You know, they started doing this with Hasbro's, or with the Marvel Legends, you know, with like Iron Man's helmet and stuff. We've seen them do it for Star Wars. We've seen them do it for Power Rangers. We've seen them do it for Ghostbusters. And now G.I. Joe is getting that treatment as well. So it looks like they're actually doing two different helmets right out the gate, and both helmets are being sold as GameStop exclusives, and they're doing Snake Eyes and Cobra Commander. So the Snake Eyes, to me, I mean, I like Snake Eyes, but I really have no interest in this helmet. First of all, I will say that the visor, to me, just, at least in these images, come off looking a little plasticky. So I don't know, it just doesn't really look like a real mask to me. Looks more like a display piece. Now, it looks like these helmets are featured on some type of display stand, so you don't have to wear them, but Hasbro has said these are wearable. Now, the other one is Cobra Commander. This one, to me, looks much cooler, more of his classic helmet look. Now, to me, what's really going to be telling is whether, you know, how the inside of the helmet looks, you know, whether there's, you know, first of all, you know, how they make it so you can actually see out the helmet will be interesting. But if there's any kind of electronics or what have you inside the Cobra Commander helmet, that is something I definitely would be interested in seeing. These are up for pre-order now on the GameStop website, but they don't really list any specific details, and they don't give us any interior shots of the helmet. So all I really know now is they're doing the helmets, and they're GameStop exclusives. They're going to each cost $119, which I do think is a little bit on the hefty side. And then the Snake Eyes helmet is going to be out in October, and the Cobra Commander helmet is slated for release in September. Now, for you MAFEX fans, we got a new reveal for the next DC Comics Hush storyline figure. So we'd seen figures like two versions of Batman they're doing, and Catwoman, and now we're getting Hush himself. And I gotta say, this is possibly the best looking figure in this line, even though I don't actually have any of them in hand, but based on images, I am really digging this Hush figure. So I like the accessories. He's got 3 different head sculpts, so 2 head sculpts with the bandages all over it, and then 1 without the bandages and just the eye mask. So I think that's good. You've got the coat, which is said to be made with a soft material. It's not soft goods. It looks like it is a rubbery material, but it's said to be fairly soft, so it won't limit his posability too much, which is nice. You've got, he's got a batarang, he's got 2 pistols, he's got, and then what I like is he has, you can either have the H on his chest and on his belt for Hush, or you can switch it up for the R, you know, for Robin and such. So you can switch those up between the two. So I think that's a really kind of cool added feature. So this figure is available for pre-order now. Now, the bad news on this is this figure is not slated for release until April of next year. So it is a ways away until it's actually going to see release. But, you know, definitely glad to see they're continuing this line. And I think this might possibly be the coolest figure they've done to date. And then switching over to Marvel from MAFEX, they also revealed another figure in their Into the Spider-Verse series. So this time it's Spider-Gwen. And Spider-Gwen is going to have 4 different heads, 2 unmasked and 2 are masked, which is nice. You're going to get some webbing effects. You get multiple pairs of hands. And then finally, probably the coolest thing that comes with the figure is a mini Spider-Ham figure. Now, the Spider-Ham figure does not look like it's terribly articulated, very minimal at best it looks like, and looks like maybe you get it's not actually listed, but looks like you're getting an alternate arm, so you can switch out the arms for different poses. He has a hammer that he can hold in one of the poses, and then he just has his hands down by the side of him. So, you know, like I said, not super articulated, but cool they included it. Scale looks pretty good between the 2 figures. And if you're a Spider-Gwen figure, if you're a fan of Into the Spider-Verse, you know, they're already doing the Peter Parker Spider-Man and the Miles Morales Spider-Man from the movie for the MAFEX line, and now Spider-Gwen will be joining them. And this figure, like with the Hush figure, is not going to be due out until April, and it is available for pre-order now at places like our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. Okay, so that's it for the news today. I'd love to hear your thoughts on everything I talked about. Also, don't forget about those contests. 3 different chances to win $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. I don't know any other toy channel or toy website that offers you that much on a regular basis in giveaways. So hopefully you will check those out. And like I said, let me know what your thoughts about everything I talked about in the comments section. Like the video, hit the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. Stay safe out there, and I'll catch you guys later.
Hey, thanks for watching today's video, and be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News Message Boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.